What's going on, guys? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and guess what? eBay is sending me to Vegas.
Mountain Man
Treasures.
Thanks for joining in today, guys. Sure appreciate it. This channel all about reselling. It's about going to garage sales, at least during the summer. Otherwise, going to thrift stores and estate sales, that sort of thing. And buying stuff that is priced too low and then reselling it for profit online. I do this part-time. I have a job at a radio station in the morning and then into the afternoon, really. And then after about lunchtime, it's time to look at eBay and now YouTube. And so what we're doing here on this video is telling you what's sold. This is what sold in the last, right about 6 days or so, I think. We haven't done this for a little while, so we do have some to catch up on. I'm going to try and move through them as quickly as I can so this doesn't get too long. But like I said, eBay and sales like this are sending Mountain Mama to Vegas for the weekend. It's actually it already was our 20th anniversary, and it's a little bit of a delayed deal. We were waiting until school was out, and school actually out today as you're seeing this. And so she is a teacher, and she is now out for the summer. So we were waiting until that for us to take a little trip. So we're going to be leaving here in a couple of days, going to Vegas. So on one note, if you don't see anything for a couple of days, we're fine. You know, it's just I'm not uploading because we're out there having fun. Now, we may have some videos coming up. I plan on dropping some cash into a slot machine. We might take video of that. You can watch that. There's going to be some different stuff on the channel, completely non-reseller related. So if you don't want to watch it, skip over it. That's fine. But in the coming days, I'll probably sprinkle some of that in. But because of eBay, we're able to do that. We've paid for multiple nights at Mandalay Bay with profits from eBay. We paid for 2 plane tickets to Las Vegas, Nevada with profits from eBay, selling stuff like the stuff I'm about to tell you. So, and this is actually hitting a pause. We've been, paying off student loans and medical bills and that sort of thing with eBay. So if you're looking for a way to sort of, I don't think it's too much to say, change your life, to change where you're at. eBay is a way that you can do that. It takes work. You've got to learn what you're doing. It takes dedication. It takes some internal motivation, but you can do it. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. And so we're going to jump into what sold here, but I did actually get a couple of things here recently, one today and one a little bit back, and I haven't had a chance to work it into a video yet. Alan over at the Gambit store, he sent me this a little while ago, and like I said, I just haven't worked it into a video yet, but it's not because I don't think it's cool. This thing is awesome. So here it is, guys. This is an old pillowcase from 1992. I'm a Cowboys guy, so I'm going to hold this up. Backside, look at that. We've got the star, but on the front, it's Garrett Gilbert. Yeah, it's a Garrett Gilbert pillowcase. Who knew they made a Garrett Gilbert pillowcase? That's awesome. He said he's actually coming out here to Montana, and he said if I decide to sell it, then I owe him a cup of coffee. I'm not selling this thing, man. This is going to go up here somewhere on a wall. I just have to determine whether it's going in a frame or not, or where I'm going to put it. I have to figure out where this is going, but I had to get it on here first, and now I can decide where this goes. So this is awesome, man. Thank you. He said he found it in his death pile and thought I could appreciate it more than he could. So Alan, thank you, my friend. This is really cool. And I got something else. I got this from Angie today. She told me something was coming. She saw something in one of my videos that I picked up, and so she was sending something my way, and she said if I want to keep it, keep it. If I want to sell it, sell it. I'm not selling something you guys send me unless you send it specifically like, hey, I found this, I'd like you to sell it. If you find something, sell it yourself. I'm not selling this, Angie. I don't know what it is. Let's pop this thing open. Oh, I know what this is now. This is awesome, Angie. I mean, I don't know exactly. Let's see. I get to see it first. This is awesome. I picked up at, Angie must have really dug back in my videos. She's a newer subscriber, and I know she's been going back and watching some old videos. This one's quite a while ago. I picked up, I think it was Sylvester, It was a Sylvester Looney Tunes Halloween shirt at Goodwill. And check this out. It's not Sylvester, but we got Tweety Bird. This is so cool. It says back off. That is really, really cool. Angie, thank you so much. This is definitely going in the rotation. This is awesome. And before we dig into what's sold, just one quick thing. Stop by tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, over at Flips Finds Fun. There it is right there. I've been talking about it for a couple weeks now. We're part of a bracket, a challenge over there that he and Jimmy put together, and I'm team old school flips. My daughter says I'm just team old. That's mean. But guess what? Old or not, I made it into the final, which is awesome. I've taken out some major players on the way. Shad Juice, John, Cincinnati Picker. I mean, this has been really, really cool, and this is going to be tough. I'm going up against Kayla, the homeschooling picker. So if you guys want to come in and support me tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, it's best garage sale find of the week versus best garage sale find of the week. I did find that Buffy book. I'm pretty sure that's what Coach Jimmy's going to pick for me. Kayla's going to have to bring it. I don't know, but I could use your support. So swing in, and it is fun anyway at the Source Report. You ought to be subscribed to him. They're up past 1,000 subs here just recently, which is awesome. Some of you helped him get there, so I sure appreciate that. Swing by, say hey. I'm going to be in the chat, and hopefully we'll see you tonight. 9 p.m. Eastern. Flips Finds Fun. Be there. Let's look at what went out of the mountain over the last few days here. Now, this first thing, a Bryan Bullington autographed baseball. This I picked up in a lot of stuff from Mr. Buys a Lot. It sold for $16.39 plus shipping. And then at that sort of private pre-garage sale pick that I went to with Aaron, I picked up a bag that had some Mr. Potato Head stuff in it, and this was one of them. There were two bodies in there, so I took one body, sold it by itself as a replacement part. This is one with the bendy posable arms from 1983. If you're curious how you figure out dates on Mr. Potato Head, pull open the back, because you know you can store the body parts inside of him. You pull open his butt, right? So open his butt drawer, and that's where they put all the information on there, and it's dated 1983, so very early Potato Head. I paid $2 for the bag, and this sold for $9.99 plus shipping to, as I recall, Guam. And I think that's the first thing that I've ever sold to Guam, so that's pretty cool. Then we sold these Levi's 560s, and these went international. We've got actually quite a few international orders in this batch of stuff. Not necessarily uncommon, but quite a lot in the last week, a little more than is normal. These sold for $42.95 Great British pounds. That's about 61 US dollars. So after fees and after shipping, I'm looking at about 34 bucks. So pretty good there. And then we sold another international, this one going to the UK. This a South Park Cartman bucket hat. This one, $18.75 plus that international shipping over to the UK. Then we sold a pair of Ariat jeans, $27.99 plus shipping on these, and really cool. I actually was able to get these out the day of purchase. I like doing that when I can. If they come in overnight or early in the morning, I usually pack in the afternoon and then go drop those off. And I got great feedback on this one. She said, hey, this is my first purchase on eBay. They got here 4 to 5 days before expected, and I'm thrilled. So I have hopefully made, if not me, a future customer, I've made a future customer for one of you guys, because she was very excited, very pleased with her purchase. That's always a helpful thing when you get those things out quickly. Then we sold another piece of clothing. This you might remember from a recent garage sale video. I picked this up specifically thinking I need to get this listed before the 4th of July. It's probably going to sell. You can tell why. This is an old Wrangler denim shirt with the U.S. flag, of course, on it. I knew this thing would sell. I paid $1 for it, and it sold for $22.27 plus shipping. That I believe I had it listed just under 25 bucks, and I sent out that offer. Then we sold Endless Ocean. This a game I picked up for $0.25, and it sold for $13.99 plus shipping. Then we sold a digital scale. This made by Berkeley. This for fishing. There were no sold comps for this. When I picked it up, there was only one listed comp, and it was new. So I thought, you know what? That's a good pickup. You know, I picked it up for, I think it was $1, might have been less. And we got a sale, $21.99 plus shipping. And then I sold a movie. Look, Kong Skull Island. Didn't make much on this one. I was actually at the store, happened to see this sitting in the $5 movie bin at Walmart, picked it up, and we sold it for $9.98 free shipping. So retail arbitrage, this is what happens, guys. Now, typically your margin's a little bit better than this, right? But not in theory, no. I mean, retail arbitrage is all about quantity. It's about, you know, hopefully you can find, if I could find 10 or 20 of these movies, it'd be great because you make one listing, you put the quantity at, say, 20, and it sells over and over and over and over. And that's where you make your money. It's easy, and you make it on multiples. Now, I only had one of these. I paid $5 for it, and it sold for $9.98 free shipping. So do the math, and I think it came out to something like 80 cents, like 79 or 80 cents that I made because off of this movie profit after shipping and fees and purchase price and all that. And I knew that was going to be the case, but honestly, I actually bought it so that I could tell you about retail arbitrage. It's not something that I do very often. I did initially when I started reselling. I thought, oh, this is great. This is easy. You don't make much very often. Every once in a while you find, and I've found some things that I've made great money on, particularly if you sell on Amazon and around Christmas, you're going to make some really good money, but the margins are generally going to be lower. So something to think about. Do your research before you dive into RA, because you can, and I have lost money doing that. It's easier to lose money and lose more money doing RA than it is to go into Goodwill or garage sales. So be sure you know what you're getting into before you dive into the RA game. Now, we showed you at the beginning, we had some viewers send some stuff to the mountain. We also had a couple of viewer purchases. This is the first one right here, this Under Armour hockey hat. I didn't know it at the time. Of course, you don't get to see who's watching your item. You just see that you have a watcher. So I sent out an offer. I send out offers pretty regularly on items. I'm all about churning them out as quickly as I can. And so I sent out an offer on this of $15.24, and turns out it was to a viewer of the channel. He said he's been a viewer for a while, loves the channel, and to keep up the great work. So Christopher, thank you so much. I sure appreciate that purchase. It was a really cool hat, really clean hat, and I hope you like it. And I sure appreciate you supporting me and supporting my family and helping send me to Vegas. Thanks, Chris. Next on the list, Pheasants Forever. I've been doing well on these Pheasants Forever hats. They haven't sold for high dollar, but I had a kind of a small pile of them, really, and a recent pickup that I made from Aaron. He runs the thrift store in town, and he went to that garage sale with me. I bought two totes full of hats from him, and there are a bunch of Pheasants Forever hats in there. Now, they don't sell for high dollar. This one is the Blaze Orange hat. Pretty cool, a little bit different than the normal ones, and I did take an offer of $12 on this, free shipping, but it's all profit at this point, so I'm okay with that. There's another one coming up here in a little bit. Scooby-Doo, this is First Frights for the Wii. This is another one that I picked up for $1 at a garage sale. What was it, like 3 weeks ago, something like that. Now, I got $14.73 plus shipping off of this, and then we sold some booty shorts. You guys know I like selling the booty shorts. $12 free shipping on these. Then we sold a prop replica. This one of the things I get out of one of my subscription boxes, and it's sort of pop culture movie stuff. I keep some of it, sell some of it, and this is one that I decided to sell. This is the little insignia from Professor X's school. I sold for $9.48. Free shipping. Made a couple of bucks on there, but somebody got a really cool little piece that they're going to enjoy, so I'm fine with that. And then we sold a portable DVD player. This from Sony. I picked this up some time ago. It sat for a while. Recently, the spare battery sold. You actually make pretty good money on the battery. I think I sold that for $40 or $45 plus shipping. The entire unit with a battery sold for $53.59 plus shipping. Then I sold a vintage Wisconsin Badgers snapback hat. This one went for $26.79 plus shipping. And off of our recent t-shirt buy, you might have seen that video. We bought a pile of 30 shirts, roughly 30 shirts. I kept one of them, so 29 shirts to resell, and I paid $20 for all of them. Check this out. This was a pretty good one in that pile. Iron Maiden took an offer of $40 plus shipping on this guy. And then I sold a magazine that's been sitting around for 2 years or more. I remembered where it was, but this don't make much money off of it. It's all profit. But I almost forgot that it was listed, to be honest with you. This fine scale modeler sold for $9.92, free shipping. And then I sold a Levi's long sleeve work shirt. I sold one of these a while back, and this was the second one that I had picked up, I think $3 at the local thrift, and it sold for $24.78 plus shipping. And then the rest of that Mr. Potato Head stuff sold. Interesting. I put this thing up for auction. I don't know why. It wasn't a particularly good candidate for an auction, but I thought, let's see what happens. Why not? It was $2 into the whole thing. And I started it at $9.99 plus shipping. Nothing happened. I picked up one watcher, and then nobody bid on it. So I relisted it as a buy it now, and check this out. I upped the price, of course, and listed it and sent out an offer, and somebody bought it to $23.44 plus shipping. If they'd have noticed there was an auction a couple days before, they could have bought it for $10. It goes to show you that some people, when they search for stuff, they don't search for auctions. They want to buy it and buy it now. Now, there are certain things that are really good for an auction on eBay. There are certain things that are not. Many things are not. And this obviously was not a good candidate for auction. But for buy it now, pretty solid off of a $2 investment. Then we sold this Untamed Youth lobby card. I picked this up again. This was another purchase from Bryan over at Mr. Buys a Lot. And this sold up to Canada, in fact, 48 Canadian dollars. So pretty good and a cheap thing to ship out. I've got, I think, 7 more in that. Not that particular one. There were 8 in the series. So we've sold one of them. I've got 7 left. One more sale, and we're in the profit on those. Then we sold this wolf t-shirt. If you see these vintage t-shirts with the wolves howling at the moon, that sort of thing, they're pretty popular, and they will sell. Not, some of them for high dollar, but generally not high dollar. Right around where this one sold, $15 plus shipping. And then I sold a vinyl album. This Jefferson Airplane went to the UK, 22 Great British pounds for this one. And I promised there was another one. Here it is, another Pheasants Forever hat. This one I took an offer of $7 plus shipping. It was listed for about $10, but I thought, you know what, that's fine. It's profit. Let's get one more thing out the door. These I picked up this weekend, and they sold in a couple of days. They really good sell-through on this. I paid a quarter, and they sold for $47.17 Canadian dollars. Those going north of the border also. So happy about that. Once again, another international sale. Then I sold another one of our manuals. I'm running low on these. These from a couple of summers ago. Picked up a milk crate overflowing with manuals from a National Guardsman from one of his garage sales. And some of them sold for really good money. And now like I said, we've got the stragglers. But this one sold pretty solid, $14.75 plus shipping. I think I paid like $10 or $12 for the entire box. So we made quite a lot of money off of these manuals. When you hooked up the Atari to the old TVs, there was a switch box that hooked up between basically the unit and your television to switch it from TV mode to game mode. If people have the old Ataris now, I think you can buy an adapter for it, but if they want to be, true and do what they used to do when they were kids, they've got to have that switch box, right? I picked one up, and this thing sold for $19.76 plus shipping. So if you see those switch boxes, that is right about, they sell for about $20. Then we sold a cookie jar. The Alien Head cookie jar sold for $60 plus shipping. So now that that's sold, I guess I got to list another cookie jar. I've been honestly kind of listing them one at a time, so I don't have to deal with packing multiple cookie jars all at once. So now I've got to list another one. I guess maybe T-Rex. It's not from that same purchase, but I bet that T-Rex will sell pretty quickly, so we're probably going to list him before too long. Then I sold another socket. This actually a socket extension from Thorson, $7.99 free shipping. Something you saw us pick up in that great haul where we picked up the Buffy the Vampire Slayer book. It's listed right now for, I think it's $787, because that makes me the lowest available. I think 800 was the lowest available. Buy it now when I listed it. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to undercut everybody. I paid under $3 for this. Doesn't matter to me. So we're undercutting them. That thing is listed. This came from that same sale. This is Ken dressed as and looking like Edward from the Twilight series. And as Jesse Shops loved, he sparkles. So we sold him. He's going international as well to a buyer in Thailand. Now, the toy ad Joy, the toy addict, actually pointed out on that video, and she would know. She knows her stuff. If you find these and you want to deal with it taking longer but make more money, you can essentially part him out. She said the clothes will sell for about $15 by themselves, and then the doll will sell naked for about $15. So you can double your money if you split them up, kind of like Build-A-Bear. Same thing. The Build-A-Bear, the critters are usually not worth as much as the clothes they're wearing. I've sold a lot of Build-A-Bear clothes. I've never really done it with the dolls, and I didn't want to fiddle with it. I thought, let's just move it quick, and I had a quick watcher on it, and it sold, and the buyer was thrilled. So, and she hasn't even gotten it yet, and she's thrilled. Traded a lot of messages with her to make sure that we got the best shipping price for her that we could. And, she doesn't do eBay a lot. So, I kind of talked her through that whole process. And so she's got it heading her way, $13.99, plus that international shipping to Thailand. And something that had been sitting on my desk for a while, another thing that came out of one of my subscription boxes. This is a Thanos Funko Pop, but it's actually signed by Isaac C. Singleton. He does the voice of Thanos in the animated stuff, and it sold for 58.36 euros. I didn't do the conversion. I bet that's probably about 80 or 85 bucks, something like that. And it's going to France. So that's a pretty cool sale. It took a while to get that sold. It had to wait for the right buyer. Another item that we picked up at the Buffy sale, the Divine Comedy by Dante. This is one to keep an eye out for. It sells very well. This was a Barnes & Noble edition. It had the gold on the sides. It was a very nice book. And it sold to Australia, $56.95 Australian dollars. We make 25 bucks profit off of it, maybe pushing 30. Yeah, probably about 25 bucks, I think, after fees and shipping and all that. So pretty good there. And then a plush. Shout out to Chris, the Cajun reseller. The man knows and loves selling plush, and he'd be proud of me on this one. Snuggle. You remember the Snuggle Bear. This one sold for $40.19 plus shipping. I think I paid $2 for it at Goodwill. It took a little bit to sell, but the Snuggle Bear, this is the second or third Snuggle Bear that I've sold. I've sold a couple that were smaller. This is the largest that I've found, but they seem to sell. There's a market for these things. So if you find the Snuggle Bear and it's a good price, pick that thing up. We sold some Boy Scouts of America shorts, actually going to a buyer here in Montana. It's going up the road to Missoula, and these sold for $19.42 plus shipping. And then I sold another plush. This one I picked up just this last weekend. I think I paid $1 for it, and it sold for $19.42 plus shipping. No, free shipping on that one. Sorry, $19.42 free shipping on that one. And then I sold a New Era Buffalo Bills snapback cap. This a cool old school look. $15.57 plus shipping. Another hat sold, Afghanistan Now. This one, pretty rare hat, and so I had it priced about 40 bucks and then took an offer of 32 plus shipping. Then another viewer sale, David Bowie. This one going to our friend Jay down in Texas. He said he had to buy this for his daughter. And once again, Jay did not send me an offer on this thing. Paid full price, $49.91 plus shipping. Jay, thank you so much, my friend. You've been a great supporter of my channel and my store, so thank you so much for that. It's really, really clean, and I think she is going to love it. And from the estate sale, where I picked up the tins for the old movie reels, I also picked up these guys, and I had enough to make 3 lots of them. And now the first one sold. It sold relatively quickly. I mean, within a week. $15.57 plus shipping for these clown figures. They're like 2.5-inch plastic clowns. What they're going to do with them, I don't know. Then we sold something else from the Buffy sale. The Madonna Celebration DVD. This is a collection of her music videos. Sold for $26.79. Free media mail shipping. And we mentioned a while back that we went through McDonald's, got a couple Happy Meals. We did it again. And another one of the Happy Meal toys sold. Check it out. The Thai Beanie Boos. This one is Iceberg. Sold for $4.98 plus shipping. People are still buying these things. I don't know why. They could go get their own Chicky Nug Nugs and get this thing on the side. But they bought it from me, and I'm happy about that. And then we sold a Hot Wheels car. This, the Sidekick, $3.49 plus shipping. Another thing from the Buffy sale. We're going to make a lot of money off of that sale. Batman, the Resurrection of Ra's al Ghul, or I think I've heard it as Ra's al Ghul. I don't know which way is correct. I always thought it was Ra's, but then I started hearing Ra's al Ghul. I don't know, but this Batman, this sold for $18.77 plus shipping. I thought this was about a $30 book when I picked it up and when I put the video together. But then looking at comps, I thought, you know what? It's not quite that because it's not new. And so I had it listed right about 20, sent out an offer today, and they bit. So still a pretty good sale there. Another one that we picked up from the Buffy sale, Rise of Tomb Raider for the Xbox 360. This one sold for $14.73, free shipping. Then we sold this Kavu all-over print t-shirt. Kavu's a good outdoors brand. I've never seen an all-over print shirt from them like this. Pretty rare, and it took a while, and it was a size medium. So, it took a while to find the right buyer, but it did sell for good money. I paid, I think, $1, maybe $2 at Goodwill, and it sold for $20.09 plus shipping. And then just before we started doing this, something else that I picked up this last weekend and listed, I think, on Sunday night, and now already sold, these Miss Me jeans. These are youth size jeans. I think it was size 7, and I had them listed for about $29, and because there were no others in this size, in this style listed. So I listed them a little high. Youth jeans don't typically sell for quite that much. But I took an offer of $22 plus shipping, and I'm thrilled with that. I paid $1 for them on Saturday, and on Tuesday, I got $22 for them. Yeah, that's a good trade. And that is what eBay is all about, guys. So that's what we've sold over the last 6 days in my eBay store. And like I said before, if I can do this part-time, you can do this as well. So I hope something on here was of value to you. If it was, thumbs up. You can only do one. So thumbs up. A comment down below is always nice. That helps us out as well with the YouTube algorithms. My contact information is in the description of every video. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, that's down there as well, along with my email address. And I do get back to emails. It take a little while sometimes. And this week, like I said, it's going to be a little bit delayed because we're heading out of town. But that's what I've got for you today, guys. So if you want to see videos from Vegas, let me know down below in the description. We're going to do some cool stuff. And like I said, we're going to drop some money in a slot machine and let it roll. If you want to see that video, let me know. I'm going to cut this thing off. It's getting long. We'll see you. Bye.